Hello everyone and welcome to Learn English Easier and Faster. I'm Jack and I'm here with Anna today.
Hi everyone, I'm Anna. It's great to be here with you, Jack.
Great to have you here, Anna. Are you ready to talk about a topic that nearly everyone cares about?
Absolutely. Today, we want to talk to you directly and honestly about one of the most misunderstood topics in English learning, and that's the idea of learning English quickly.
When people hear the word quickly, they usually imagine shortcuts, tricks, or some kind of secret method.
They picture speaking fluent English in 30 days, memorizing thousands of words, or sounding like a native speaker overnight.
And if you've been learning English for a while, you probably know how frustrating that sounds, because chances are you've tried a few so-called fast methods already, and they didn't really deliver what they promised.
So let's be clear about one thing from the start.
People don't learn English slowly because they're dumb or lazy.
They learn English slowly because they've been learning the wrong things, or learning the right things in the wrong way.
That distinction matters.
Before we talk about how to learn English quickly, we need to define what quickly actually means.
Learning English quickly doesn't mean skipping steps.
It doesn't mean rushing through grammar rules.
And it definitely doesn't mean forcing yourself to speak before you're ready.
Learning English quickly means stopping the habits that waste your time and starting the habits that actually move you toward real communication, real fluency, and real confidence.
Most traditional English learning focuses heavily on grammar rules, isolated vocabulary, and written exercises.
Those things aren't completely useless, but they're incomplete.
They help you understand English, but they don't automatically help you use English.
And for most learners, understanding isn't the real goal.
What we really want is to respond without freezing, to speak without translating every sentence in our heads, and to sound natural without trying so hard.
Native speakers don't speak by thinking about grammar.
They don't build sentences word by word in real time.
They speak using complete pieces of language they've heard and used over and over again.
Those pieces are phrases, patterns, and familiar situations.
And this is one of the biggest keys to learning English quickly.
We have to stop learning English as single words and abstract rules and start learning English as ready-to-use language.
Let's give you a very common real-life example.
Imagine you meet someone you've met before.
Maybe it was at work, maybe it was at a conference, maybe it was at some professional event.
You recognize their face immediately.
You remember the conversation.
You even remember what you talked about.
But then you feel that sudden, uncomfortable moment when you realize you can't remember their name.
That situation is completely normal.
It happens to everyone, including native speakers.
The difference isn't intelligence.
The difference is preparation.
A learner who focuses only on grammar might panic.
They might search for words, hesitate, or say something stiff and unnatural, like they're reading from a textbook.
But a fluent speaker already has a natural response ready.
They might say, "This is a bit embarrassing, but your name has slipped my mind." Or simply, "I'm terrible with names."
Those sentences aren't advanced.
They're not complicated.
But they're powerful because they're real, polite, and perfectly suited to the situation.
When we learn English through real situations like this, we're not just learning language.
We're learning how to function in English.
We're training our brains to respond instead of translate.
And that's where speed comes from in language learning.
Now let's talk about vocabulary, because this is where most learners lose years without realizing it.
A lot of people think learning faster means learning more words.
So they memorize long word lists, use flashcards, and collect definitions.
But memorizing single words doesn't make speaking easier.
In fact, it often makes speaking harder because every time we talk, we still have to choose the word, fit it into a sentence, apply grammar, and hope it sounds natural.
That mental process is slow, and it creates hesitation.
Native speakers don't store language as single words.
They store language as chunks.
They don't store hurry, they store in a bit of a hurry.
They don't store forget, they store it slipped my mind.
They don't store bad, they store terrible with names or terrible with directions.
When we learn phrases instead of single words, we remove several steps from speaking.
The sentence is already built.
We're not creating English from scratch every time we open our mouths.
We're simply selecting the right chunk for the situation.
That's why some learners seem to become fluent quickly.
It's not because they know more English than everyone else.
It's because they're using English more efficiently.
Efficiency, not speed, is what learning quickly is really about.
Now let's talk about repetition, because repetition is often misunderstood.
Many learners think repetition is boring, or they think repeating something means they're not improving.
But repetition isn't what slows learning down. Repetition is what makes learning fast when it's done correctly.
The real problem isn't repetition itself.
The problem is repeating random content without context or meaning.
When you listen to a short dialogue multiple times, your brain goes through a very natural process.
The first time, you catch the general meaning.
The second time, you notice useful phrases.
The third time, patterns start to stand out.
And after a few repetitions, your brain begins predicting what comes next.
The moment your brain starts predicting, you're no longer studying in the traditional sense. You're building automatic language.
That's why podcasts and dialogue-based learning work so well. You're hearing real rhythm, real pronunciation, and real sentence flow.
Your brain is learning what English sounds like when people actually use it, not when it's frozen on a page.
Now let's talk about speaking, because this is where most learners feel the most pressure.
Many people try to speak too early, and they try to speak too perfectly.
They push themselves to talk before they've had enough input. Then they make mistakes, feel embarrassed, and start believing they're bad at languages.
But that's not the real issue.
Fluency doesn't start with speaking.
Fluency starts with listening.
When we listen consistently, our ear becomes sharper.
Our pronunciation improves naturally.
Our sentence structure improves naturally.
Our confidence grows quietly without force.
Speaking then becomes easier because the language is already familiar. We're not forcing words out, they're already there.
A simple but effective routine looks like this.
We listen first.
We listen again.
We repeat out loud, slowly and clearly.
We repeat multiple times.
We don't rush and we don't chase perfection.
Over time, our mouths and our brains start working together.
That's when speaking becomes automatic.
This approach works for beginners, intermediate learners, and even people who've studied English for years.
It works because it matches how the human brain actually learns language.
It doesn't overload us with rules.
It doesn't confuse us with isolated vocabulary.
It builds familiarity, and familiarity creates speed.
Before we finish, there's one more important point to address because many learners still feel uncertain even after they understand the method.
That doubt is completely normal.
Most of us were trained to believe that learning has to feel hard, stressful, and exhausting.
We were taught that if something feels natural, it must be too easy to work.
But language doesn't work like math. Language works through exposure, repetition, and real use.
Native speakers don't feel like they're trying when they speak.
They're not searching for words or building sentences in their heads.
They're responding naturally because the language is already stored inside them.
And that's exactly what we're building.
Some days it might feel slow.
Some days it might feel like nothing is changing.
But your brain is working quietly in the background, connecting sound to meaning and meaning to patterns.
And then, one day, something clicks.
You hear a phrase and you don't translate it.
You answer a question and the sentence just comes out.
You react in English without planning it first.
That moment doesn't happen because you studied harder.
It happens because you studied right.
So if you're wondering whether this approach works for you, let us be very clear.
It doesn't work because you're talented.
It works because you're human.
Your brain is designed to learn language through meaningful input, repeated patterns in real situations.
You just have to stop fighting the process.
If you truly want to learn English quickly, stop asking how many words you should memorize today.
Stop chasing endless grammar rules.
Instead, ask yourself what situations you want to handle in English, what conversations you want to have, and what kind of English you want to use in real life.
Learn language that people actually use.
Learn language that fits real situations.
Learn language that helps you communicate, not just pass tests.
Listen more than you speak.
Repeat more than you memorize.
Focus on phrases, not lists.
If you do this consistently, something will change.
One day, you'll notice that English comes out of your mouth without translating, without hesitation, and without fear.
And that's when you'll finally understand what learning English quickly really means.
Thank you for watching Learn English Easier and Faster.
If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos.